Okay, hanzi wakarejesta kuvota chikomana chipinde Triple C President Nelson Chamisa Zimbabwe oye oye.
Every Sunday, every Sunday, muri Zimbabwe, makadizvo nyomatimana vose enyika zita rangu ndinonzi Loveness Otora. Ndiri kuno kuJohannesburg, presenter wenyu paChange Radio, munondoona zvakare ndichiverenga nhau kuti vasangana nemi vateereri. Professor sanganai nevadiwa vateereri.
Thank you so much, Kanjiva. Thank you so much. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending of where you
Professor,
are. Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Kanjiva? Okay, thank you so much. Ndangachiti makadi kumativi mana ese kungave kwamuri maZimbabwe amahle lichona njani umtakazo omuhle kona ngale emagumeni kwabulawayo linjani kona ngale Nthemba niyapila sikupani majita kona ngale nisidibana kulolu hlelo Change Radio News Review chatinokupai every Sunday zuva Sunday ega kasikwa naMwari tichikupai zvanga zvichiitika munyika nezviri kuitika nezvinofungirwa kuti zvichange zvichizoitika nhepfenyuro yenyu inopa vanhu nhau dzakakwana dzisina kana kusvibiswa. So zvisinei nhasi unoyu sezvamuri kuona kuti Kanjiva ari kumbopota achiti akapinda obuda Kanjiva akapinda obuda, but nhasi unoyu zvisinei ndichange ndichitinha nemi ndichizama kusanganisa mutauro tichifamba tichienda zvakadaro. Ndinonzi DJ Prof, vanondiziva ndini presenter wepaChange Radio, zvakare ndinoverenga news dzepaChange Radio. Right. Tisingapedzi nguva regai nditange nenyaya iri kupisa svondo rino ndevakomana vari kuzvisevedza nezita rekuti Forward Association of Zimbabwe, FAZ, avo vane kunzi vataurwa muzvinhu zviri kuitika zvakasiyana munyika, kunyanyanyanya kusungwa kwema-aspiring candidates and aspiring members Triple C muZimbabwe, kuri kunzi vari kusungiswa nechikwata icho chichi kana kuti organization iyo iri kunzi NGO iri kuzikamwa muZimbabwe. This NGO has contributed a lot in the arrest of Triple C aspiring candidates and Triple C members across the country. So let me start by giving you one of the aspiring candidates of Triple C in Chirumuhanzu in Zimbabwe. Mr. Cheza was arrested because FAZ has reported him. There are a lot of funny, although it's not funny, but there are a lot of funny stories that coming up in this case. If people have seen or have read through um, the court papers that have been prepared, one of the funny story that is coming out of there, he is being arrested for tearing
Professor
up
Muripo.
Tearing up a counter book, a 2-quire counter book into half. A 2-quire counter book has been estimated in those court papers, has been estimated to be worth $1. But to a surprise, you find that the man has been in remand for the past 3 days just because he have torn the counter book, 2-quire counter book, into halves. However, the story is it was FAZ who reported this guy, and he teared up the FAZ 2-quire counter book. And in that context, they are saying that he went to the polling station at one of the primary schools in Chirumanzu and find these FAZ people were writing people names down after they were checking their names in the voters roll, and they were writing people's down, and their question was, why are you writing people's names? And they took the counter book and tear it apart. So that's the crime that they've committed. However, we are being told that this FAZ organization is parroting or masquerading as a security company. And we know that our honorable MP in parliament, Honorable Tendai Biti, was asking what is the significance of this creature in our election in Zimbabwe, because we have the well-trained security in the name of the police, in the name of the army, in the name of the prison services, in the name of the CIOs. What is or was or is this creature doing in our election? Why was it created? So those are the questions that is coming out from people. Thank you so much, Kanjiba. You are back. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Thank you very much. So you can take over the platform. I just was summarizing on the issue of the FAZ, which has been named in the arrest of Triple C champions across the country, and people might want to know what is this FAZ and what do they entail. That's what I was just describing to people. And explaining to people what is happening with this FAZ. I don't know if you have anything to say to the viewers and listeners. Then we can proceed to the next topic.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor. I think we can still proceed to the next topic. I'm sure you have explained enough on that. Have you spoken about the Zinazo students which have been denied bail?
Yes, so that's is our second topic that we are going to deal with. We know that there are 5 students who has been arrested. Actually, they are members of Zinasu. Zinasu, it's a Zimbabwe National Student Union. They were arrested last week at the Harare High Court when they were demanding the release of political prisoners. So it's the conscience of young people to correct the wrongdoing in the country. If they see that the law is not being applied, as the constitution detect that the law must be equal to everyone, and they realize no, people there are people who are being arrested on political motives or on political grounds, the likes of Jacob Ngarivume, the likes of Honorable Job Wiwaskala, the likes of Honorable Godfrey Karakadzai Sitole, and many others who have been arrested on political grounds. And um, Honorable Job Scala has been denied bail more than 6 times and has been in prison for more than 340 days. So you see why the young people or these students were legitimately demanding, because the constitution in section 159 takes that if you are not happy with the operation of the government, you are allowed to go and protest. So that's what they were doing. They were accessing their right, and now they are still in prison, or actually they are still in remand, and they were denied bail. The issue that is actually a sad story, Loveness, is that these students, all of them, they are supposed to start writing their exam tomorrow on Monday, and that's a sad situation now. And it's their live preparation, or they are preparing for their future. And the government that claims to say hakuna anosara, anzi chi, I don't know what, anzi hakuna anosara kana kuti tese tiri kuenda, whatever, and they are doing this to the students who are trying to make their lives better, and they are still remain in prison, in remand prison, I can say.
Exactly. This is what this ruling government is always up to, destroying people's lives. Because these students, if they fail to write the exams, it's obvious that their life inenge yatomosheka, inenge yatoita destroyed. Nenyaya yekuti in order to build a better life, you have to be educated, you have to do something, chinokupa knowledge. So all those years avakadzidza achatongoparara pasina any benefit, because vachatadza kunyora, unless kana kurunzi vatonzi vanyore vari muprison, of which kunyora uri muprison nekunyora uri kuchikoro is very different. Manyorero aunofanira kuita uri pachikoro akatosiyana nemanyorero aunozoita uri muprison. Everything is not fair when it comes to SANU-PF. Nothing good comes out of SANU-PF. So zvinhu zvatiri kukurudzira kuti dai all the youth vaona kuti that government iri kuuraya upenyu hwemayouth, especially because they don't even look into the future. Chavanotarisa it's something that is happening now ipapo. They don't look into the future, they just have to destroy. I don't know, do you have anything to add on that?
No, nothing much, Loveness. I think we can go ahead.
Okay, I'm seeing there Tinashe Makuna on our comments is saying Maswera say taswera yedu Tinashe. Ameno ikoko kuti muri sei. Tichibva taita move on to our next topic. The Triple C Gudu Central arrested and released. Oh, maitaura kudhara. Released without charge.
Yeah, so it's one of the incidents that I've just mentioned, that if you trace back to that arrest, it was caused by FAZ again. So thank God that the good police Zeterapi are level-headed, and they can see this is FAZ has just come to disturb and try to intimidate the community, and they forced this person to be arrested. But the police realized that there was no case to answer for this Triple C member, and they released the person without any charge. Yes, Loveness, we can go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Professor. So right to the next topic. As we all know that elections are drawing closer, we have our president for Triple C, our champion-in-chief, Nelson Chamisa, is very confident of winning the 23 August election. Ipapo ndropatsigira, and even us, we are also confident that Triple C is going to win. How do you see it, Professor?
Definitely, Loveness. Viewers and listeners, I think they can all agree with us here that Triple C is the train that no one will ever stop. It's a hurricane that will never stop anything. In I'm saying it in Chigumba's voice when she was stating about no one will stop elections once the election date is pronounced. We are saying no one can stop Advocate Nelson Chamisa once the 23 August arrived. We are saying this, and we are saying this, and apologetic, so because the ground riri kudaira Loveness. Young people have registered in their numbers. We know the voters registration process is stopped from the 2nd of June. That's when the people that wanted to vote muna 2023 havachakwanisi kuti vakanorejista iko zvinezvi vanokwanisa kuvhota, but those who registered until the 2nd of June 2023 no vanokwanisa kuvhota. So from that number takaona the young people came out in their numbers and registered to vote, and young people are saying we want a bright future, we don't want to be led by the past. Tanzwa taneta nongotaurwa tanzi takarwa hondo, and we are saying to them, kana makarwa hondo, thank you so much, you liberated us, but now we want the Zimbabwean freedom, not to be actually terrorized or step nevanhu vari kuti vakarwa hondo. So if you are saying, young people are saying, if you are saying ndimi makarwa hondo, chivhotera naimi makarwa hondo mega, isu maithu taakuvhotera mukomana wechidiki kuti tore nyika iende mberi. So I think that's where the optimistic, why the president Advocate Nelson Chamisa is saying is very clear that we are going to win this election without any doubt, without any shadow of doubt. We are going to win this election, and come 23 August 2023, some people or some political analysts, some good analysts have doomed it or have dubbed it 23 August, which means it's the day that people will be free. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, TJ. Kana tikada kutaura nezvevakomana vechirasta vanotaura kuti nothing can stop reggae, and for sure
Yes.
nothing is going to stop Triple C from winning. And what makes me happy is that all those years tichita elections akadarika, ana sekuru nana gogo vazhinji vacho vanga vachitsigira ZANU-PF vaisatomboda kunzwa nezve-opposition in fact. So now if we look at the rallies ari kuitwa different parts of the world, constituencies dzakasiyana-siyana, tinoona nasekuru nanagogo vakawanda varipo pamarallies iwayo, varipo pamameetings eTriple C vachitotsigira vachikurudzira change, kureva kuti vaneta nazvo. I think they now realize kuti tumakapu twerice twavanopiwa vachinyengedzwa nato ndetwo ipapo chete. As soon as maelections adarika, ZANU-PF yacho ichinzi yawina, makapu erice kunenge kusisina, another 5 years vari munzara pasina makapu erice. So I think now vasvinura, they can now see kuti those cups of rice netumbeu ndezveipapo chete. Kana maelections adarika inenge yanzara, but kana change yavepo ezvinozvi, I'm sure zvinhu zvinofamba mune zvakanaka, upenyu hwavo hauzoita stuck, havazopereri pamakapu erice, asi kuchinja kwezvinhu kuchaunza chii kuchinjawo kweupenyu hwavo. Ndizvozvo chete. So I think we can now go back to the next topic. Anzina Kalukango Ncuve Samuel ngapinda ke mukomana, ichokwadi ichocho. We are now counting the days mukomana ari kupinda maye manje, and we are also so confident on that. Regai tiende kuJamestown in Johannesburg, South Africa. Vaka former team yavo yesoka, and they are really doing good. Every Sunday vanenge vane masoka matches avo avanenge vachiita. So nhasi vanga vaine match neSprings. handizivi kuti the technical guys mune mapictures ejamestown here any video zvamungakwanisa kuti playera kuti maviewers and listeners edu vaone kuti jamestown iri kuita nezvei tichivamirira kana vainawo vachimbovaprepare. Ndichida kutaura fedha pamusoro pejamestown branch. Panga paine chirongwa chevanhu vanga vachiendeswa kunoregister to vote to Bedbridge from South Africa. That program yakainitiated nejamestown branch in Johannesburg district. Vaitora vanhu voronga transport shoes kuenda kuBedbridge kunoregister kuti vavote. So vanhu vakawanda vakaregister kuvhota through jamestown branch. I'm sure they are now preparing kuti vanozozvifambisa sei kuti vachienda kunovhota. So varonga kuti vanhu vaende kunovhota ndobva varonga futi another way yekuti vamobilize vachikurudzira vanhu kuti varegister kuti vavhote, vachidzidzisa vanhu kuti vazive kuti why do we need change in our lives, why do we need change in our country. Vakatirega tiite esoccer tirifome esoccer team vachiziva kuti vanhu vanofarira masports, vanhu vanofarira bhora, especially mayouth. So pavanenge vachiita matches avo mayouth anouya, even vanhu vakuru vanouya vachitamba bhora uko vachidzidzisana kuti tiri kumboitei, tiri kumboita nezvei, tiri kumboita nezvei. Kana tichitaura kuti triple C tiri kumbotaura nezvei, kana tichitaura kuti let's bring change in our country tiri kumbotaura nezvei. Saka this is what is happening in jamestown branch. Nhasi vanga vaine match nesprings vakatamba bhora ravo. Unfortunately nhasi jamestown team yarohwa 3 yarohwa nesprings 6-3. Hanti mangozoti zvinowanikwa izvi nyange havo varivo vakatanga netimu yacho, but pano neapo munhu anombodonhawo achizosimuka. Saka nhasi varohwa havo 3 springs ikaita yochi 6. So commonly amenoti mune anything from jamestown here. DJ Professor vasati comment about jamestown branch. I think vachiri kugadzirira. DJ Professor, you can say 1 or 2 words about jamestown branch.
No, yeah. So thank you so much. I think jamestown branch is doing wonders, especially in terms of recruitment and mobilization. The young people, to be able to see their future in the hands of a new Zimbabwe. Why I'm saying this is, jamestown branch was one of the branches vakaita zvakanyanyisa mashura nezviratidzo in a sense of kumobilize vana vechidiki kuti vanokwanisa kunoregister kuvhota, providing some of the necessary logistics around that area kuti vanokwanisa kuregister. And where were they getting these young people? They were luring them through these sport activities, vochitanga kuti in those soccer activities, because vechidiki vazhinji even vakabva kuzimbabwe vachiuya kuno kuSouth Africa, you find out kuti mabasa anotovanetsawo here and there. So what they did is to bring them together and then to preach the gospel of change in Zimbabwe. We see a number of things happening in jamestown and this branch, organizing a demo in Johannesburg there, kuti vakwanise kumobilize people around, encouraging people to go and register to vote, and we like that process because this process inobetsera young people. Even in Zimbabwe, if you go back in Zimbabwe, they also borrowed that system where they are using sport as a tool to lure the country, to lure the people in young people to go to register to vote. That's what we want, and well done to the branches. Never mind about the loss. Mtambo, here and there you win, and Muchidaro. And to the viewers and listeners, those who support Dynamos beat ZP Kariba today by 3-0. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Professor. I think the technical team Yeah, vatiunzira ma-pictures ejameson branch. This is the team apo vanga vakaungana vachiita mitambo yavo, vakambogara pasi vakamboita musangano vakambotaura vachidzidzisana nezvemusangano, vachidzidzisana nezvechange, vachidzidzisana kuti zimbabwe yovakwa sei. This is the video. I think we can listen to this video tinzotanga vachiti chii.
I think
Network, I guess.
unfortunately, technical department, we can't hear what they are saying. So I think we can proceed. Let's try once more again.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think we can proceed. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, ngatienderere mberi. I think it's because of network kwavari. Maybe varohwa load shedding. All right. Kana kuna vachangotibata tiri pachirongwa chedu Change Radio News Review patinotarisa nhau matopics ose akapisa pasvondo redu rapfuura. Inini ndiri Loveness Gotora, ndiri pamwe chete naDJ Professor. Matopics akawanda tatitaurei nezvawo, saka taakusvika hedu kumukombero wechirongwa chedu. Tatipedzisira kutaura nezvejameson branch maererano nemasports avari kuita. DJ Pro, I saw some of the meetings akaitwa kuCape Town. I don't know kuti mungatipo 1 or 2 zvatingakwanisa kunzwisisa what is really happening. Muri kurongera,
Yes.
vari kurongera kuenda
So yes, we get hold of the team in Western Cape, in Cape Town. Actually, they are organizing to go to Zimbabwe, and they are organizing to find, and they are now at an advanced stage because they have already put some logistics around the youth and the old people who wants to go to Zimbabwe, and now they are putting their names down so that they will be able to arrange if there is transport needed. They are driving around the Western Cape province per se. Last week they were in a place called Swellendam. Swellendam is actually 250 kilometers away from the city, the CBD city of Cape Town. That's where they were also preaching the gospel of change in Zimbabwe and telling the people around those areas and community to say, even if you are not able to go back to Zimbabwe to cast your vote, please encourage the people back home to do likewise. Encourage the people to back home to be able to vote now, to vote for change, because obviously the registration for 2023 has lapsed. So they are saying to the people, go and vote for change. We know that there is the situation in South Africa now is bad because every majority of the people in Zimbabwe, especially when we talk about their stay in South Africa, is holding on a thread, because 30th of June is coming. That will be the end of their permission to stay in South Africa because of their ZP. I think ZPP or ZPS, whatever, ZPP permits lapsed. So again, they have a difficult situation. So, and everyone is saying they want to go back home. In the first instant, they didn't want to be in South Africa, but because of the government, the regime of the former president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, and partly the regime of the new dispensation, which is not new, that forced the people to cross the Limpopo into South Africa. people are saying they are tired and they want to go back home and they want to live with their families, their grandmothers and their fathers and their grandfathers. They want to stay with them back home and they want to stay in a free, democratic a country. So I think that's the whole essence of why the Western Cape is trotting around. The Western Cape Triple C members are trotting around the Western Cape province to, I mean, to spread this gospel of change and to spread this gospel of people going to vote, and they are also preparing for them to go and vote. Loveness. So that's what is happening in the Western Cape, from the correspondence down there.
That is very good, Professor. What I think is among all the citizens of Zimbabwe who are outside Zimbabwe, those ones who are in South Africa, I think they must take this thing seriously. This thing of going to vote, they must take it seriously because this comfort zone, I'm sure, is expiring now. They must go and
Mm,
vote and bring change to the country. Nenyaya kuti, we never know. These people of South Africa, they are very violent when it comes to their country.
mm,
Kana vataura kuti takuda nyika yedu, and sure they don't listen to their government. Even when they are told to stop the noise, they won't listen. They rather get some petrol bombs to bomb those police vans. Kana kurunzi vari
mm,
kurambidza kuita noise, they do anything that they want. So people in South Africa, they must take this thing of voting seriously. I know people in Cape Town, they are very far away from Zimbabwe, but please try by all means, if you can go or if you can encourage those in Zimbabwe or those who are close to Zimbabwe to go and vote. Please,
mm.
everyone must take a part to bring change in Zimbabwe. Loveness Simon, my sazita, artist Triple C, yes, Triple C, Dwayne Rupisa. And then when a comment about Triple C candidates, I think this is going to be our last discussion. I don't know, Professor. Anonzi Haniso Moyo ari kubvunzwa kuti what about the Triple C candidates? Is there anything that you can say about the Triple C candidates?
Yes. So what we can say to champion Haniso Moyo, the Triple C candidate, if you are asking of where are they, what is happening, the process is almost completing. Don't worry, chill. But what we guarantee you is that come 2023 August 2023, the Triple C will have 210 member of parliaments contesting in those constituencies. So don't worry, we are on it. It's almost in the process. So we the Triple C said that we want to change the way that the politics is has been done from independence. That was the ancient type of politics. We want the politics where the citizens are involved. So when you are involving citizen, every scrutiny, everything is to be scrutinized. So citizens are doing well, and they've managed to elect their, I mean, they've managed to nominate their candidate, and verification process is almost complete. And I think other provinces are complete, and just a few provinces among them, including Harare, they still have to do that. But believe me, on the nomination date, which was set for 21st of June, you hear and you see our candidates being there. Loveness, before we close, I will not gonna be doing justice to the viewers and listeners if we don't speak about the patriotic bill that the government of Zimbabwe through the parliament has adopted. Look, we are saying to the people, this bill is not a just bill. It's not doing justice to the people of Zimbabwe, because this bill actually it's going against the constitution of the republic. The constitution of Zimbabwe gives every citizen the right, the freedom of expression, the right to demonstrate, freedom of association. If I do not like what Mnangagwa is doing, it's my right to do that. But the bill is actually trying to suffocate and deal with the people that will complain and say, I do not like Mnangagwa. Or the people who will say, Zimbabwe economy is bad. Is trying to tell you that you are not supposed to say the economy is bad, even if it's bad. You are supposed to say the economy is running well. Whereas everyone knows that Muntuli Nuve and his brother, I'm sure in economic terms, it's his twin brother, Manguja. They failed the state, they failed the country on the monetary side. So this patriotic bill is trying to thwart the people's right, and it's not a good bill. Let me tell you, Loveness, this bill is only being celebrated by ZANU-PF. Why are they celebrating this bill? Because they think this bill is there to stop Triple C. But unfortunately, the bill has come too late. The Triple C has gone, and there's no one who is going to stop. Like I said in the beginning, no one is going to stop the hurricane. No one is going to stop the train once it starts moving in the rail. Advocate Nelson Chamisa is going to be the president of Zimbabwe come 24 August 2023. Unfortunately so, that bill is the law. And I'm sure, and I'm 100% sure, that Triple C government led by Advocate Nelson Chamisa, the first bill that they will remove is that patriotic bill. No one wants to be reminded that you are a Zimbabwean. Patriotism is not being put into law. I must be proudly Zimbabwean, not by being reminded by law that you are a Zimbabwean. I know I am a Zimbabwean, and I must speak truth to the truth. So if this bill is there just to continue oppressing the people of Zimbabwe. Thank you, Mr. Oris Marigold. That bill will hound Edife because we share Madzoro. Thank you. But what we will do, we don't want even to hound this Edife with this bill. What we want is, as soon as Zimbabweans vote on the 23rd of August 2023, when President Nelson Chamisa declared the winner on the 24th, the first sitting of parliament is to go away with this bill, because it's not good for the people of Zimbabwe. We are in a democratic country where people must exercise their rights. So we cannot continue with this bill. And I'm saying this, standing on the ground that this bill is supposed not to even act. But anyway, viewers and listeners and Triple C candidates, be careful in what we say in every situation where we are, because these comrades are really, they are hunting for you, and they are hunting to make sure that you won't reach 23 August and also celebrate with others on the 24th. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Yeah, ichokwadi ichocho, everything about ZANU-PF ndezveudzvinyiriri. Hapana chinhu chavanoronga chekuti macitizens anopembera, anofara. Of course, varipo anofara, but it doesn't mean kuti vanenge vachitofara. Vanenge vachingofarawo zvavo in the name of fear. Kufara nenyaya yekuti vanenge vachitya kunzi why are they not celebrating our bill? ZANU-PF is always threatening the citizens. So those ones vanofarira ZANU-PF vanenge vachitoiratidza kuti tinokufarira nechemwoyo vachiti because tinokutya. So citizens are not even happy about it. Saka let me say thank you to Shamisa Sevanda. anzi ngaapinde hake mukomana. Sure mukomana ari kutopinda. Ngatigadzirire kudya mabhonzo nokuti tichadya nemabhonzo pakupemberera president vedu pavachaannounce kunzi he is now in musi wa24.
Okay, Bakambe Babe too. I think it was a good time to have you all in this program. Trikona kuti again champion Loveness vaita vasangana futi nechikara chenetwork inofunga kana kuti varohwa neload shedding kwave kwamuri ikokoko. Don't worry Mr. Marigold, infiltration hakuna. We want you to comment. Don't worry, you can comment. We are not blocking any comments. I don't know, maybe it's a problem of network. Oris, we can see your comments. That's why I'm looking at your comment now. No one is blocking your comments, and you are commenting very well. Don't worry. We want you to comment. Continue commenting. But zvisnei tasvika pamvura yacheka makumbo nechirongwa chedu nhasi unoyu. Zita ndinonzi DJ Prof, tosangana mune zvimwe zvirongwa paChange Radio. Musakanganwa kuti tine nhau nenguva dza11 paChange Radio. Stay tuned. Thank you so much. Goodbye for now.
Lord Singer of Bletsoe.
My Lords, is the Noble Lord the Minister aware that last week the Zimbabwe Cabinet signed off on the Patriot Bill, which would make it a criminal offence for anyone to criticise President Mnangagwa and for any member of the opposition to speak to any foreign government in a negative way about South Africa. At a time that Zimbabwe is considering rejoining the Commonwealth, can the Minister make it clear that our government will only support this when the rule of law is restored, with freedom of speech and political freedoms are protected?
The Noble Lord has articulated the position of Her Majesty's government very well, and those principles will apply.
Anna Switch, you've done, Pat.
My Lords, can the Noble Lord the Minister outline what discussions ministers have had with their Commonwealth counterparts about the continuing political repression in Zimbabwe, and about the need to build local economies and political democracy?
My Lords, we continue to engage with Commonwealth partners on a range of issues concerning human rights, specifically on the point of Zimbabwe rejoining the Commonwealth. We are clear that we would only support readmission to the Commonwealth if Zimbabwe meets the admission requirements, and we continue to articulate that in terms of fundamental human rights to our Commonwealth partners as well.
Anna Hoy.
My Lord, Zimbabwe will only become a democracy when the people have a genuinely free and fair election. We have seen that recently in Zambia, and I wonder, could the Minister go further and actually say what more could be done to get Zambia and other countries within SADC to actually put the pressure on Zimbabwe? It's got to come from those countries. We can help, but we must make sure that they do their bit so we get back to a situation where the people of Zimbabwe genuinely have a free and fair election in 2023.
My Lords, I agree with the Noble Lady, and the Noble Lady is quite right to say that the importance of SADC and indeed other organisations, and more broadly the AU, have a key role to play, and they must lead on these discussions as much as people want.